configuration. In common base configuration, base is common between the emitter and the collector. Emitter based circuit is the input circuit and collector based circuit is the output circuit. We can see in this particular diagram. See figure 1. Here is the common base circuit where base is common, emitter is the input side and collector is the output side. Figure number B is the common emitter circuit where we are applying the input at the base emitter junction and the output we are getting at the collector emitter junction. And third one is a common collector circuit where the input is applied at the base terminal and output is taken from the emitter terminal. So these are the different circuits what I have shown you. In common emitter configuration, emitter is common. In common collector configuration, collector is common. Here you can say, and collector is the common. Now transistor characteristic. In order to study the behavior of the transistor in the circuit, we must know the relation between the transistor's currents and the voltage. The relation is obtained in the form of certain curves which are known as the static characteristic curves. These curves are of two types. The one is the input characteristic and the another one is the output characteristic. Number 1, we are starting with the common base configuration. If you try to see the figure here, we are having the battery VEE is to apply the potential to the emitter terminal. But this VEE, the amount of V is very less. The potential at the emitter junction can be varied with the help of potentiometer R1. We are placing the series resistor to limit the flow of current. That current is measured with the help of milliampere meter, and here the voltmeter to measure the voltage developed across this emitter base junction. The potential developed across the collector is adjusted with the help of R2 and it is obtained from the VCC. Potential developed can be measured with the help of this voltmeter, and we are having the milliampere meter to measure the collector current flowing in the circuit. Then here let me try to see the input characteristic of common base type configuration. Common base type configuration input characteristic are plotted between IE and VEB for different values of VCB. For a given value of VCB, curve is just like a forward biased PN junction diode, and where the dynamic resistance you can say is calculated from the slope of the curve. In the output characteristic of the common base, if you try to see the figure 13, here you can say output resistance can be calculated with the help of by finding the change in voltage across the collector base and change in the collector current del IC. Then the alpha DC is nothing but the ratio of collector current to the emitter current, and alpha is nothing but is for the AC is nothing but the variation between IC and the del IE, where by making the VCB constant. In a certain, here is one of the numerical again. In a certain transistor, a change in IE, suppose is a 1 milliampere, produces a change in IC of about 0.99 milliampere. Determine the short circuit current gain of the transistor. The short circuit current gain of the transistor is given by, here we are having the formula as I have shown you in this particular picture. Alpha is nothing but del IC upon del IE. The value of del IC is given to you and it is 0.99 milliampere. We are converting into the ampere, and the value of del IE is given and it is 1 milliampere. That's why it is 1 into 10 raised to minus 3. The value of alpha here we are getting 0.99. Now let me try to see the common emitter configuration on the C. Here is a common emitter configuration. So emitter is the common. We are giving the current by with the help of particular battery. IB is obtained over there, IC due to VCC. But as we know, IE nothing but is IC plus IB. But as again we know, the IC is nothing but alpha DC IE plus ICBO, where IB is the input current and IC is the output current. IC basically that is the output current is the function of the base current. So IC is nothing but the function of base current. Now what we can do in this circuit, in this equation equation of IC, we can put the value of IE. So IC is nothing but alpha DC, IC plus IB. What we are doing, we are placing the value of IE, and that was the IC plus IB plus ICBO. IC, just we are opening the bracket and we are writing the IC minus 1 alpha DC IC, alpha DC IB plus ICBO. We are bringing that one and we are taking the IC common, and we are writing equation for IC equal to alpha DC 1 minus alpha DC IB plus 1 upon 1 minus alpha DC ICBO. But we can say alpha DC upon 1 minus alpha DC is nothing but the beta DC, and 1 upon 1 minus alpha DC into ICBO is the ICO. So finally the equation for the IC is the beta DC IB plus the ICO. So basically ICO is the leakage current flow between the collector and the emitter junction if base terminal is open. Beta DC, what is beta DC? Beta DC is a common emitter DC current gain. It relates DC output current IC to the input current IB. Now as we have seen, IC equal to beta DC IB plus ICO. IC minus ICO, we are taking ICO over this, equal to beta DC into IB. We are writing equation for the beta DC. Beta DC equal to IC minus ICO upon IB. But the value of ICO is very much less than the collector current. That's why beta DC, we can neglect this ICO and we can see that beta DC is nothing but IC upon IB. So beta DC is nothing but IC upon IB. Beta DC is the ratio of DC IC to the DC IB. Now here is a very important relationship, how the beta of the transistor is related to its alpha. Basically beta DC is nothing but the alpha DC upon 1 minus alpha DC. Just we are bringing this 1 minus alpha DC over here. So beta DC 1 minus alpha DC equal to alpha DC. Just we are opening the bracket, beta DC 1 minus beta DC alpha DC equal to alpha DC. Now writing the equation for beta DC is nothing but the alpha DC. This is a minus, so it will be plus over here, plus beta DC alpha DC. We are taking the alpha DC common, so we are getting 1 minus beta DC. Now just writing equation for alpha DC equal to beta DC, and this will be in the denominator. Thus knowing the value of beta DC, alpha DC can be calculated. Now here it is very important idea that when the transistor is used as an amplifier, ratio of small changes in IC and IB are more important. This ratio is called the AC or the dynamic beta, that is the beta AC, or it is also known as a beta. Beta is nothing but the change in IC upon change in IB by making the VC constant. But again we know the value of IE is nothing but IC plus IB. If you try to write down the del IE equal to del IC plus del IB. Now dividing all these three terms by del IC, we are getting the del IE upon del IC plus equal to del IC divided by del IC, that's why 1 plus del IB divided by del IC is like this. But del IE upon del IC is 1 upon alpha, 1 as it is, and as we know del IB upon del IC, but del IC upon IB is beta, that's why IB upon IC is 1 upon beta. So writing equation for beta equal to alpha upon 1 minus alpha. Again let me try to cover one numerical based on this particular derivation. When I is changed by 1 milliampere, so the IE del IE is 1 milliampere, IC changes by 0.995 milliampere. Calculate the value of alpha and calculate the value of beta. But alpha is nothing but the del IC upon del IE. The value of del IC is given and it is 0.995 milliampere. So we are converting into the ampere. Del IE is 1 milliampere. So the value of the alpha is 0.995. Now what is beta? As we have calculated, as we have derived in above equation, beta is nothing but alpha upon 1 minus alpha. Alpha we calculated, that is 0.995. We can place over here 1 minus alpha and 199. See, still there is a numerical based on this particular derivation. The DC current gain of the transistor in a common emitter configuration is 100. Find the DC current gain. Very simple, you can say relationship between the alpha DC equal to beta DC upon 1 plus beta DC. Beta DC we know that is 100 and we can place the value. We are getting the 0.99. Now the input characteristic for the common ammeter characteristic. You can say here we need to see the two figures, that is figure number 17 and figure number 18. So here is a common ammeter configuration. The base is supplied by VBB and the collector is supplied with the VCC. Again, the potential at the base can be changed with the value of R1 or the potentiometer, that is the value, the amount of the current is very less and it is in the microampere range. Voltage developed can be measured with the help of voltmeter. The potential developed across the collector side is measured with the help of voltmeter, and the amount of current developed is in the milliampere and is measured with the help of the milliampere meter. Here IB and VB are the input, IC and VC are the output, as I have shown in figure. It relates the IB and VB for the different values of VC. Now the output characteristic of the common ammeter characteristic. It relates the output current IC to the VC for the various values of IB. IC increases slowly as the VC increases. This is a common statement for this particular configuration. IC is not 0 when IB is 0. It has a value of ICU, the reverse leakage current. Now here very important calculation for the ICO. See, ICO is nothing but the 1 upon 1 minus alpha DC up into ICBO. But the value of alpha DC already we have calculated, and we can put this alpha DC value over here. So we get the 1 upon 1 minus beta DC upon 1 plus beta DC into ICBO, and hence the value of ICO is nothing but 1 plus beta DC into ICBO. Now from this output characteristic calculation, the dynamic output resistance R0 can be obtained, also beta DC obtained, and beta is obtained. The value of R0 del VC del IC by making IB constant, beta DC IC upon IB, change in collector current upon change in base current, VC constant, and beta is nothing but IC upon IB and VC constant. Now the common collector configuration. Here in the common collector configuration there is a certain calculation. In common collector configuration, collector is the common, input is applied at the base terminal and that current is IB, output is taken from the emitter connection and that current is IE, where IE is the output and that IE is the function of IB. Now we know again the IE equal to IC plus IB. Again we know IC is nothing but alpha DC I plus ICBO. But if you try to recall that this is a common collector configuration where there is no collector current, hence just what I am doing, in the place of IC I am putting this value of alpha DC I plus ICBO. So we are getting IE equal to alpha DC I plus ICBO plus IB. Just rearranging the terms, IE this term over here minus alpha DC I equal to ICBO plus IB. We are taking the IE common, 1 minus alpha DC ICBO plus IB. What are you doing? Making the equation for I is 1 upon 1 minus alpha DC ICBO plus 1 upon 1 minus alpha DC into IB. But basically 1 upon 1 minus alpha DC is the 1 upon beta DC. So we can say IE equal to 1 plus beta DC into ICBO plus 1 plus beta DC into IB. Neglecting the value of ICBO, we get the IE equal to 1 plus beta DC into IB, IE upon IB equal 1 plus beta DC. Now comparison between the three configurations. Transistor can be connected in any of the three configurations. It behaves differently in different configurations. Basically we are having three configurations: common base, common collector and common ammeter. But which configuration is best suited for the given application, that depends upon the type of application and the requirement what we need. So suitability of the configuration depends on the particular parameters. You can say input dynamic resistance, output dynamic resistance, DC current gain, AC current gain, AC voltage gain and the leakage current. out of 3 configurations, common collector configuration has a maximum input dynamic resistance. Common collector configuration is used where high input resistance is important, even though its voltage gain is very less, and then it is less than the unity sometimes. Why common emitter configuration is widely used in the amplifier circuit? The main utility of a transistor lies in its ability to amplify a weak signals. The transistor alone cannot perform this function, so we are connecting so many passive components and biasing the battery to make the amplifier. A transistor in a common base configuration has a very low input resistance and a very high output resistance, just a reverse of what we desire. Common emitter configuration is much better, high input resistance and low output resistance. A transistor in common emitter configuration makes a much better amplification. Furthermore, current gain, voltage gain, power gain of a common emitter is much greater than those of the common base type of configuration. Now all about what we have tried to see is related to the transistor and the amplifiers. But nowadays we are working with the so many projects and so many circuit ideas where we are dealing with the normally with the amplifier. But single amplifier normally cannot amplify certain signals, and that basically depends upon the gain of the amplifier. So if you try to see the amplification is not achievable by the given amplifier, then sometimes we need to amplify the signal by cascading the different amplifiers. So cascading of the amplifier is one of the important aspect when we are dealing with the project ideas. Nowadays whatever we have tried to see is a transistorized amplifiers. But nowadays in the market there are so many amplifiers available which are known as a operational amplifier, so that you can say sometimes it is known as a op amp. The IC is available for this particular application, and that is a IC 741, which is the IC which is used to amplify the signal. It is having total 8 different terminals. Terminal 1 is for the offset, terminal 2 for the negative input, terminal 3 for the positive input, terminal number 4 for the minus VEE, terminal number 5 for the offset, terminal number 6 for the output, terminal number 7 for the VCC, and terminal number 8 of the IC 741 is the open, is not connected. Now if you try to recall what I have tried to spoke, the battery that particular for the given IC